Hello all you lovely Bitcoiners, it's Brian, the UK Bitcoin Master. I hope you are all well. I hope this is not over-modulating Rocky Palumbo. If it is, I have not got a clue why, because I've tested it all out and I don't know what's going on. So it is what it is, and welcome to the Bitcoin for Beginners show. I'm Brian, the UK Bitcoin Master. If you're new to this channel, if you're watching this on catch up, down here I believe should be the big subscribe button. So before we get going, can I ask you to like this video, share it, subscribe, bash the bell button so you get notified when I go live. Follow me across all the platforms I'm on, from Steemit, Twitter, BitBacker.io. They are all at UK Bitcoin Master. So great to have you all here with us live. I can see Zach's with us, Casso, Steel Horses, Buffy W, Rocky's in the house, my lovely wife Elaine's with us, Andy BTC's there, Just Learn Bitcoin Dan, I can't see any more above that, Bitcoin Bill, another new one to the channel, you're always welcome. Great to have you all with us, and today, as always, is my regular Thursday Bitcoin show. So I just want to get the preliminaries out of the way, if I may. Hold on, it's saying my stream is weak here, and I can't get rid of that emblem. So there you go. The disclaimer is this is just a guy from the UK who wants to waffle on about Bitcoin. He doesn't know a great deal, but he's excited about it. So don't take it as financial advice, people. It isn't meant as financial advice. It is just me sounding off and giving my opinion. And hey, listen, I get things wrong, and there's people in this chat that will certainly point that out to me if I do get things wrong. So there you go. So disclaimer there, I don't give financial advice. I want to shout out to ukbitcoinmaster.com, which is my channel that houses all the videos that I've ever done. So do check that out. Also check out, excuse me, bitcoininterviews.com, where I do my fortnightly or every other week live interviews with some of the serious thought leaders within the Bitcoin space. And at the end of the video, if I don't announce it, because I keep forgetting, you'll have some squares pop up where you can click on one of them and it will take you to one of these two sites. And finally, if you want to drop a tip, Lightning's a way to go. You can send a few hundred sats and it costs you pennies. But, you know, I'm not interested really in tips. If you want to, that's great. There's a way to do it. I'm not doing this for financial gain. I'm not looking to monetize and make money on YouTube. I've got another business that pays me. I just want to get this message out there and tell the world just how exciting being involved in the new cryptocurrency phase, and in particular Bitcoin is. That's what I love. Yeah, I just saw Elaine say, wow, Zach, I read that earlier, Zach. I read 75 pages of the Bitcoin Standard last night. Way to go, my friend. If you're a listener, get it on Audible. You can get it free, a 30-day trial, and download one book. And that's what I did. And I listened to it when I was out walking, etc. But some people like to read, excuse me, and some people like to listen. So Zach, way to go, mate. The main thing is to get the Bitcoin Standard by Saifedean Ammous digested. That's the main thing. Just an incredible, incredible book indeed. So I don't want to keep focusing on the chat because people will be watching this on catch up. So what I want to do is delve into some of the news that is out there that I have found that hopefully you will all find interesting. Before I do that, quick look at the Bitcoin price. It is hovering around the 10.3 mark. Nothing massive going up or down at the moment. So, as Rocky says, great time to buy, because when it goes off on its run again, you'll never see it at this price again. So, an ideal opportunity to stack sats, to just keep accumulating Bitcoin every payday. Top tip, that really is a top tip, and I encourage everyone to do just that. Hold on. So some of the articles I found, France says it will block Facebook Libra in Europe. I highlighted a little bit there. Why is this there? Because Bitcoin can't be blocked. Facebook's Libra coin is a corporate coin. It is a company coin. It is headed up by the dude that runs Facebook, Zuckerberg. And, you know, at any given time, a government could walk in and shut it down, you know, and that can't happen with Bitcoin. So, you know, Facebook's Libra coin can do what it wants to do. There's an argument for it will survive. There's an argument for it will never get off the ground. Whatever, I don't really care. This is just to point out, you know, yet again, that, you know, a coin like Facebook's or JP Morgan's coin or whatever it is, you know, it's a corporate coin. It can be shut down. Bitcoin can't be stopped. Same with an article I picked up from the Netherlands, and it says Netherlands may block foreign crypto firms under anti-money laundering laws. Well, again, you can't. Bitcoin is not a firm. There's no firm. There's no CEO. If you want to head on over to Bitcoin Cash or B crap or whatever you want to call it, then the dudes over there they do head up, you know, that side of things, but that's not Bitcoin. Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin BSV is not Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the only Bitcoin. It's the next Bitcoin. It's the coin with the, you know, the most hash rate that can't be 51% attacked, etc., 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 etc. So cryptocurrency put your teeth back in. Right. Cryptocurrency entities based outside of the Netherlands may get the boot under new crypto regulations. You know what? Bitcoin can't get the boot. You can transfer Bitcoin across borders into countries that want to go off on a tangent and say, you know, we're going to ban crypto. We're going to ban Bitcoin. You can't. It's impossible, you know? So a couple of negs there, but the neg is really to promote a positive that if you're in the Bitcoin overlay, nobody can stop it and you accumulating Bitcoin. New study reveals countries with most registered crypto exchanges. I popped this up because, quite interestingly, the United States I might have assumed, but the other one, you know, one of the others is United Kingdom, where I am, which sort of shocked me because I listened to Simon Dixon a lot, and, you know, he's talking about, you know, in the UK, banks are against it, and, you know, they've really put the kibosh on where Simon is on the Isle of Man, saying, you know, because we control the Isle of Man, you know, with the Bank of England, you know, if you don't play ball, then we'll, you know, pull the plug, so to speak. I think where I'm going from here is I was a bit surprised when it says United Kingdom. We're a tiny little island, you know, and yeah, I think there's a lot of people and a lot of stuff going on in the UK that can have an influence around the world. Yeah, Hong Kong's in there, Singapore's in there. I guess it just surprised me a little bit to see the good old UK in the rankings there. You can now buy Lightning-powered Bitcoin with a credit card. Now, what did I read about this? Yeah, you can read the whole article when I upload the notes later. But Breeze wallet, apparently we're hearing a lot about Breeze now. Breeze is not just a wallet, it's a Lightning payment service that aims to provide a holistic experience. Breeze's goal is to take the Lightning technology and infrastructure and expose it in an experience regular folks could use without compromising on the Bitcoin values. Other Lightning wallets are less UX focused, user interface focused. I think that means UX. Somebody will put me right if I've got that one wrong. I think, you know, what we've got to look for going forward are, you know, wallets, exchanges, etc., that is going to make it easier for the common man. Let's call them the 80%er that won't ever go down the rabbit hole like we're going, and will just want ease of use, touch a button and it's all done. You know, never in a million years did I ever believe, well, perhaps I did, but that, you know, I could pick up my iPhone and in a heartbeat open up my banking app and transfer some money to someone in seconds, quicker than I could get online on my computer and open up my banking app. And, you know, and this has all happened in such a short space of time that you've got to sort of have a bit of vision, people. And if you've got the vision to know where this is going in the future, Bitcoin, moving Bitcoin, buying things with Bitcoin, user experience. Thanks, Dan. Did I say that? Did I say user experience? User interface, sorry. User experience, thank you. See, I'm an old fossil, Dan. You lot are a lot younger. You've got to have some vision, because going forward, moving Bitcoin, buying something with Bitcoin, booking a flight, doing all those things with Bitcoin, you can already do some of them now. It will be as easy as that banking app. But at the moment, it's clunky and it's cumbersome. But by being on this channel now, or in the future, you're giving yourself a head start to how the technology is going to look and function down the road. My daughter said, I think my mum needs to learn this. It's like, LOL, not in a million. Who said that? Somebody on a film. Not in a million. Come on, Elaine. We love that film. Pretty Woman, not in a million. I can never see my ex-wife, who I love to bits, by the way. I can never, ever see her ever learning this stuff, my darling. So it's just not going to happen. But the point is, it's going to become easier as we go along for all the ordinary folk to use. It is like the internet today, for those that, just use it, it's made very easy now. But, there were people that went down the internet rabbit hole 20 odd years ago that were learning the behind the scenes stuff that I didn't learn, but it didn't stop me using the internet before I found Bitcoin very fluently and very easily. Zach said sending email in 92 was just as bad. Oh my God, it was a nightmare. I've got a video somewhere. I keep meaning to run it on one of these. And it shows a company in the UK, a television company, interviewing a couple of geeks. And the ethos is, they are going to send us an email. Let's see what happens. Okay, so-and-so, are you ready to hit that send button? And it was like a massive deal. I think it was 1994, I believe, or was it 84? I'll try and find it out. If somebody reminds me, and I'll run it on one of those shows. But it was like, oh my goodness, how far have we come since that? So yeah, even in 92. I remember in 96... AOL was the big deal. Everybody in the UK had AOL.com email addresses. And, when you tried to get on the internet, you had that horrible, and a load of dots going across the screen. And it took forever for it to load up. And just look at it today. And the same will happen, people, in Bitcoin. So, get some vision. Start to feel it here, where this thing is going to go in a decade or two. God willing, I'll be here to see it. But if I'm not, Buffy, my daughter, my granddaughter that comes on the show, just learn this stuff. Go down that rabbit hole. And the more you go down the rabbit hole, the more you will want to know about it. It's just fascinating. What is the next one coming up that's not going to work, but because for some reason my screen's gone and froze, but I'll let it do what it's going to do, and there it is. Okay, so this one is my brain's just gone. Adam Black. I nearly said backed then. Adam Black. Now, Adam is the CEO of Bitcoin, Blockstream, the CEO, and he says Bitcoin dominance will see 90% again. Altcoins were a temporary feature. So I'll just read what I picked out of that. And he said, Adam Black, the CEO of Blockstream, has recently affirmed that Bitcoin dominance is set to revert, another typo there, as a lot with these online publications, is set to revert to around 90%, which was marked the end of the altcoins supremacy era. According to him, the historical heights will be achieved once again at the expense of the altcoins. He affirmed this during a recent debate with Dovey Wan, the co-founder of Primitive Fund. Initially, Wan asked about how Bitcoin was quickly decoupling from altcoins and rising the price alone. Adam Black answered that this was a reversion to mean that the process would continue. At the moment, the dominance of BTC is around 70%, but he believes it will grow. I think as not financial advice, don't anybody jump up and down on me here, but as Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, refers to, if we have some lateral thinking for a minute, if once things like JP Morgan coin and Libra coin, if they get off the ground and start to, get out there in the public domain, if they attract a lot of 80%ers, maybe Bitcoin dominance won't go up. Maybe a lot of these other coin dominance will go up. Maybe, who knows? But if they do that, what we have to just keep in mind, Rocky's saying that article is wrong. Rocky, it's just something I found out there, mate, that I'm sharing with people. Draw your own conclusions to it. I'm not saying anything's right or anything's wrong. I'm just talking about some of the news I found, mate. So if you want to pop something in the chat, explain to people why the article is wrong, feel free, go do it. Yeah, completely lost my train of thought. So, we don't know what's going to happen. Maybe BT dominance will go up to 90%. Maybe it won't. Hey, I don't know. Just something that Adam Black was referring to that I thought was worth a mention. And for those of you that maybe want to find out what is right and is wrong, that's where you have to go down the rabbit hole and prove me wrong, prove this article wrong. That is what it's all about. This is just information from me. Final article I found that I'll mention. Again, don't know how true this is. Don't know whether they're fudding or fudging or FOMOing or what. But it says local Bitcoins, and we know that recently, local Bitcoins have really gone more down the KYC and AML route. For those new to the channel or watching it for the first time in the future, AML is anti-money laundering. KYC is know your customer. All banks, all financial institutions want that. So yeah, actually, Rocky, Adam's last name, it's Back, not Black. Thank you. Yeah, but in that article, it says Black. And I'm running a live show with millions of buttons going on, and I said Black instead of Back, so apologies. Okay, so local Bitcoins are warning that, a lot of people using the Tor browser now to try and hide what they're doing away from prying eyes. I use Tor as well. Local Bitcoins is maybe saying that it's at risk of having stuff stolen. It just says warning to all Tor users. A Tor browser exposes you to the risk of having your Bitcoin stolen, the banner reads. Again, I have no view on this for or against. It's just something I picked out. So when I upload the notes afterwards, go in and read it, do your own research, get down the rabbit hole a little bit more and draw your own conclusions. And if any of you find out the truth, I'm happy to then, if you send me links to anything, articles I can put up on the show, I'm then happy to refute this claim, good or bad. I found a few tweets that I liked. Alex from down in Australia, thought of the night. Watching humans play, argue and hypothesize Bitcoin in today's society is a bit like giving a mobile phone to cavemen. Some of us think it's a shiny rock. Some of us think it's a mirror. Some think it's useless, but none of us can really fathom its potential. I think the people that are on this channel maybe can fathom its potential. Maybe we do know about its true potential. So, if you're on this show, it is about that rabbit hole. It is about doing your research to get your own feeling in your heart. And look, I don't know what's going to happen. Bitcoin may fail, but it isn't going to, in my opinion. Disclaimer, not financial advice. So for me, I've done my research. My heart pounds at the thought of where Bitcoin's going to be in a decade from now. And I certainly don't think it's going to be a thing of the past. I think it's going to be something of the future that's going to make a monstrous impact into the world, is what I think. But you've got to draw your own conclusions. Zach, if you explain fractional reserve banking to an 80%er, they will fall asleep. If you give them $100, you'll grab their attention. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I get that one completely, mate. So there's always going to be, look, Adam Meister says 80-20. I think more like 95-5. I think the masses won't ever want to know about this. They just will want to use it and hope it's easy, and they'll leave their coins in a custodian account somewhere, and they won't even look at what happens when they get hacked, etc. But just pointing out that most ordinary people, you know, Bitcoin Bill, yeah, lots to learn and get excited about. Bill, you're brand new to the channel. Thanks again for your support. I appreciate it. But there is lots to learn and get excited about. But you've got to start somewhere. You know, people watching this, you know, I don't know tech. I don't know what Rocky Palumbo in the chat knows. The guy's a flipping genius, for goodness sake. But, you know, I've learned enough in 2 and a bit years to get monstrously excited about what I'm involved in, and thankful to whatever it is out there, the universe, God, whatever your beliefs are, that I found it in my lifetime. Because most people have either found it and totally ignoring it, or saying it's a Ponzi scheme or a scam, or most people are blocking it out completely, don't want to know, have heard the name and don't understand it, or will never understand it. So I'm just thankful that I'm an open-minded guy that was open to my friend's conversation in May 2017, went down the rabbit hole, and just want to inspire others that watch my channel to go out there and dollar cost average in and buy some Bitcoin. That is all this show is about, people. Jameson Lopp, Bitcoin isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a don't get poor slowly scheme. Go and check out Monday's show where I showed an article of the value of a $100 bill from 1913, $100 to $3 something, 100 years on. That's how governments are inflating your money away. And if you are happy to just get a paycheck and buy what you can afford and live life, fantastic. But if you really care about how your pound or your dollar or your yen or whatever it is being inflated away by dirty, filthy governments, then you should start to understand this stuff. You know, with Bitcoin, you've got an appreciating asset. You've got a scarce asset. There isn't going to be enough to go around, if I can simplify that for the beginners. It's an asset that eventually everybody will want to get hold of. So whatever you hold will be worth multiples of what you buy it for today. So, you know, get yourself some Bitcoin. Vortex. Vortex has been on my show. Great guy, knowledgeable. My goodness, he's in Bitcoin for how it's going to change the world. He really is. Every solution to a problem in Bitcoin is at the very least a multi-million-dollar company. So if you have any type of solution for how Bitcoin evolves going forward, and you build a company or a business around it, that's multi-trillion going forward. It really is. When we look back at the history of the internet, we can see the same. Find info. It's now Google, isn't it? Find people. It's now Facebook. Find video. It's now YouTube. Find Bitcoin or whatever it might be. There's going to be businesses flourish everywhere off the back of this new technology. That's what he's really saying here. Alistair Milne, the greatest risk in life is not taking a risk. Get off zero. Buy some Bitcoin. That is all I'm ever trying to say on this show, people. Get off zero. Get some. Just get a little bit whenever you can afford it. But for goodness sake, get some. Nic Carter, my latest Bitcoin as a non-violent rebellion. I love this. The bit at the bottom. Bitcoin is a slow burning but potent non-violent rebellion. Bitcoin is just being. Nothing can stop it. No one can stop it. It is quietly rebelling against governments, federal reserves, banking institutions, and very slowly and very steadily, and maybe even quicker, but none of us know, it is going to change the face of government, banks, businesses, industry. Everything is going to change because of Bitcoin. So forgive me, I know this is a negative, but Pandora's box is open, as they say. But if you actually read the truism into there, we don't want to open Pandora's box. But the old saying is Pandora's box is open and you will not shut the lid on Bitcoin. You just need to get involved with it. Look at this one. I love this one. I don't know if you can see this and whether it's going to run or whether it's not. But Tour de Mista posted this. Look at the little, I don't know, rat at the top. It says Altcoin Balls so far. Jumping for the sky and missing completely. Sorry, tickled me. It's my show. If I want to humour myself, I will. And if you don't want to laugh, that's up to you. My daughter's probably going, Dad, don't you dare be cruel to animals. But you take the point from this. There's the altcoin balls. They're getting nowhere quickly. Quick shout out to the show sponsors, Just Learn Bitcoin. I would encourage you to head over there if you want help and assistance with anything to do with wallet setup and backup, whether it's long-term storage solutions that are right for you, including end-of-life planning, coin splitting, airdrops, recovering coins sent to the wrong chain, questions about mining. I mean, pretty well anything you want to know about Bitcoin, you can find over there. So do head over. There's a few of the sponsors there. I want to scroll down and just have a little look about what Just Learn Bitcoin is about. Their services are all there. Their partners are there. If I come back to the top, you can see they do consulting, learning to trade if that's what you want to do. I don't advise it on my channel. Don't trade, you'll lose money. Buying Bitcoin, there's a shop there if you want to buy some merchandise. Off the back of that, any merchandise bought on the shop, there's quite a really hefty percentage of that being donated to the Pastor Phil campaign that we're currently running, which is here, and that's on the if you hit the tab, the black box at the top of their site, you'll see please help return this Bitcoin to Pastor Phil. I won't go into it heavily, but do your own research, just read about it, watch these couple of videos that are out there that we've done as to how Pastor Phil lost his Bitcoin. It's a horrendous story. He's a lovely guy with a lovely family. He's done a lot of good for the community. He's taken in children that are disadvantaged. And he built his Bitcoin pot up to look after them when he's gone, and it was stolen because of some tiny little error he made. And you can find it all there. His family stories there. Please, I would ask you to take the time and read Phil's family story. It's not a long read, a couple of minutes. Rocky Palumbo, who's in the chat as well, has put the transaction ID up. You can see it there for anyone that understands this stuff, that might be able to even track down who this scammer is. You know, might not be able to do anything about it, but all Phil's transactions are there, how he built his Bitcoin stash up. You can click here where it says here, and it will take you over to the Tallycoin site where you can make a donation in Litecoin, in Rhodium, in Bitcoin, I think MWC or Mimblewimble as well. So well worth heading over with $5, $1, $10. Hey, listen, every little bit will help Phil, even if we help him get 1 or 2 Bitcoin back. And the reason I keep promoting this for those of you thinking, why do you keep going on about it, is because when I get the bit between my teeth, I'm like a British bulldog. And all I want to see is a whale come in and see this story and maybe make a big donation that is tiny to them, but that will really help Pastor Phil and his family out. And you guys can help that by retweeting this, you know, mentioning at the end of the video that, you know, I'm explaining a little bit about Phil's cause. And, you know, if we keep doing this, guys, we could hit a whale or 2. And that's all I'm trying to do. In the meantime, if we all can donate a tiny bit, that will help. But if we can find a whale, you know, my heart will just be phenomenal if we can help Phil get some of his Bitcoin back. I've got one more thing to pop up, which is a quote that I love. And I love this one. And just take the time to listen and read this, guys. There's a difference between interest and commitment. When you're interested in doing something, you do it only when it's convenient to you. When you're committed to something, you accept no excuses, only results. So there are people out there that have an interest in Bitcoin and they dip in and dip out. I am committed to the Bitcoin cause and no excuses driven. You know, I will tell you in a few weeks' time, a bit longer than that, my lovely wife and I are going away on a cruise to relive our honeymoon cruise of 5 years ago, because I was very ill on the cruise and we couldn't enjoy it. But you know what? Even if I'm out in the middle of the ocean, I will be doing my shows somehow, some way. Why? Because I am committed to this process. I am committed to getting more and more people hearing about Bitcoin. You need to do your bit, people. Like this, share it, subscribe, bash the bell button so you get notified. If you're watching this on catch up, down here I think there's a subscribe button. On Steemit, give us an upvote and a re-steam. I don't know what's happening to Steemit at the moment, but there are people posting incredible content that's getting nowhere. You know, I don't know what they've done. I know they've changed something and done something with the chain, but, you know, I sometimes wonder why, but you got to keep pushing forward because you never know what that can bring. That is the end of the show, people. Thanks for being on. Thanks for all of your support. Dan is saying 15% discount code on the shop is still available. And that discount code is in the chat, people, is Viva Mexico, available until the end of the month. Dan, thank you very much. Thanks to Rocky for pointing out where I'm off track. I do appreciate it. But don't hammer me too hard, Rocky. I'm just trying to be passionate and get my message out there to the masses. And I'm certainly not an expert, that's for sure. I'm just doing my best. Guys, catch you all on Monday. On Monday, I will be announcing my special guest for Thursday. And again, and I say it every time, I'm really trying to bring some really incredible guests in the space to the channel. And I think next Thursday's guest will not disappoint you. So on Monday, I'll announce who that is. I'm out of here for now, guys. I'm going to have an evening meal. Have a great Bitcoin evening, Bitcoin day, Bitcoin weekend, whatever you're doing. And I will catch you all on Monday. I'm going to try and hit my button and see if it works. Cheers, everyone. Catch you Monday.